What it do? What it do? What it do? What's going on, everybody? It is your boy Daga, and welcome to another Eagles Unleashed podcast, episode 51. Today in the house we have Quezzy, we have Hada, and a special guest as well, Josh Davis as well. How's everybody doing today?
Good.
Doing well. Excited.
Awesome, man. Hey, it's that time of year, draft week, 1 day away for draft night. Now before we get draft night, I want to ask you a couple questions because there was a lot going on this week as well. Isaiah Rodgers, he's reinstated. What do you guys think about that, man?
And I guess I could jump in there first.
Yeah, go first
for it. But yeah, I'm excited because we talked about this for a while, just on Twitter and going back and forth. But Isaiah Rodgers is a dude, he can go out there and move. I mean, obviously with the athleticism, but the rankings on his coverage grades, the ability that he brings on the field, obviously, we all lived through last season and the lack of secondary players. So, it can't get much worse, but you add a potential player in Isaiah Rodgers, and I'm excited. I mean, there's questions obviously for is he going to have some rust sitting out for a full season, everything there, but you can't teach athleticism. You can't teach that ability that he has. And so assuming he's able to shake that off, you automatically got a guy who at the very worst adds some depth to your room. But the best case scenario, he could be a legit starter. I know he hasn't played much in the slot, but you got potential there with his size and range, like I was talking about. So for me, it's a great case scenario because you already go ahead and get a corner here. And then, the natural talk and discussion would be for the draft, which I'm hopeful that we get a corner also. But I was ecstatic. I mean, even seeing his video where he says, he kind of whispers into the security cam or whatever. He's like, I'm back. It's like, yeah, let's go. We got it.
Yeah, that was cool, man. I'm really excited that Isaiah Rodgers is reinstated. I got really scared for a minute there, especially when they said that, he might not be reinstated because he was gambling on his team. And it was a 2-year minimum for that type of deal. So I got kind of frustrated at first, but once the reinstatement came out, man, I was just super excited because one thing about him is, like you said, man, he brings depth to the roster. I feel like he's more of an outside guy, so I would love to see him compete with James Bradbury, of sorts, Khalil Ringo, those type of guys, because I think that, he can come in and be good for us day one, with all the issues that we had in the secondary last year, and us not getting to the quarterback as much last season. I really feel like we need to make sure that the cornerbacks are in place. Those guys know where they need to be on the field. Athletically, they're good because I feel like James Bradbury kind of, lost a step. So I feel like, bringing Isaiah Rodgers to the fold could, be a major change and a change that we need, man.
Yeah.
Now,
I agree.
Go ahead, Quasi.
No, I was just gonna say I agree with y'all, man. Because it he just was been waiting for this opportunity, and I feel like with all we got a lot of depth in this CB room. I just feel like the time was right, and just I'm just excited for him to be here. That's all I can say. Really.
Absolutely.
Now, who do you guys think will start on besides on the other side from Slay? You think you'll be actually Bradbury, or do you think Isaiah Rodgers is actually gonna take that spot?
I think that James Bradbury, if he's around, after June, that he probably will get to start, but it'll be, what he does on the field, and it'll be a good time to see probably in preseason or maybe even for that, if he's the guy that's good for that position. But with the amount of money that Bradbury is making, I just don't see how you could put him on the bench. He has to be on the field, man. He makes a lot of money. So I would like to see, you already know how I feel about Bradbury. I would like to see him on the bench. I don't really want him here. That's just the honest to God truth. So I'm hoping that Isaiah Rodgers can come in here and show and prove, that he's the guy. And I feel like he can be that guy. He's a guy that's been around this league for a good while. When he was playing, you could trust him. So, I mean, that's kind of how I feel, man. I just want to see that guy do good because it's important that we have great defense this year, man. We cannot come back out and put the same football that we've seen the last 6 games, the last 7 games. We can't see that this year, man. Facts. We got to start out fast and strong.
For sure. Without question. I'm right there with you on that. We got to have a better defense than what we saw. I'm gonna go a little bit different though, because I'm with you though on this, on the sense of whether we want to refer to him as Bradberry, Burntberry, Trashberry, Berry. You know, there's so many nicknames which are to a negative on
Yeah.
his side, but it's like, if we go, I want cornerback, I want Quinyon Mitchell, but if it's Terry and Arnold, that'd be fantastic. If you get one of those dudes, though, in my opinion, like Bradberry's done. Like you either try to trade. I don't know that you're gonna get someone who wants him and then you could trade it, but you try to trade him, or you just go ahead and cut him, because like, yeah, it's gonna be a lot of dead money, but either way, even if you wait till next season, it's still it's less sure than it is this season. But I don't know how you can invest in a top corner and then say, yeah, but you know, you'll still sit behind our guy Bradberry because we made a bad decision on a contract. I think you just say, you know what, hey, we screwed up, but we're investing now in a cornerback. So that to me is what's the most fascinating part of this draft, is if Howie actually goes and gets his corner, which, I mean, look at Vegas odds, look at all the reports coming out. The speculation is all going to cornerback. Now it could be smoke and mirrors and Howie sending off, you know, false signals so that he can go get someone else. But if he does get corner, I'm just going to be shocked, because I don't see how you go get a top, you know, best corner or second best corner in this draft and then say, now you got to still play behind James Bradberry there. So
Right.
it's going to be exciting tomorrow night, see what actually turns out.
Absolutely.
That is true. That's true. Now, another thing that I want to ask you guys as well is on about the Devontae Smith contract. Okay, because today on Amon St. Brown just got paid for 4 years on over 120 mil, 77 mil guarantee. Devontae Smith, his contract is 3 years on 75 mil. I think it was like 51, 52 mil guarantee. Okay, which is 25 mil a year. So Amon St. Brown is a little bit over 30 mil a year. Now, what do you guys think about, you know, the contract, the Smitty contract? Not only that, what do you guys think about, you know, how he's doing over here in Philly as well, man, with all these contracts that he's been coming up with, you know?
To me, I feel like Howie sets the standards, you know, Howie gets ahead of it, you know, before, you know, because if they'd have signed Amon St. Brown after the fact, then we would have probably had to pay Smitty a little bit more money. So I think Howie just does a great job at getting ahead of it, you know, setting the standard. And another thing goes for Devontae Smith for taking that deal, you know, wanting to be here in Philly. Like, that's amazing. You know, you really can't get that in every receiver. There has to be a special receiver that wants to, you know, stay around, you know, for, you know, maybe what he's not worth, but it is a great contract, but he probably could have got more, but he stayed home. He stayed, you know, relevant. He's really good, you know, and we're just happy that we have him here. And Howie Roseman does what he does, and we can expect that from him.
Yeah, I agree too, man. I just feel like Harry Rosen is ahead of his time. You know, he's the best general manager in the NFL, and I feel like it just shows that the players are locked in as well. They are willing to take decent contracts because you know everybody got the same goal. We all trying to win the Super Bowl. So I feel like it's a good deal for the both sides. You know, for the players and for Harry Rosen.
Totally agree. Absolutely. Yeah, the fact that we have Smitty, honestly, the icing on the cake, which I'm wrapping up a video to drop later, but the icing on the cake for me is also like what Dallas is doing or not doing, despite saying that they're all in. It's like they literally showed up to play poker and they're like, oh yeah, I'm going to go all in. And they're folding before every single flop. Like they're not even seeing any cards before saying nothing. So it's like, it's great to me because we see this and they're like, oh yeah, the Eagles are able to get all these players. They're able to extend, the restructure. They get Mailata taken care of, Smitty, all this other stuff, and they are the ones who said they're all in. Like Howie Roseman said, hey, we're going to actually change some things this offseason. He didn't say those specific words of all in, unlike Jerry Jones did. And yet again, he's just sitting there. And the latest comment from the presser today was Jerry Jones basically saying like, you know, no, I just need to see a little bit more of the leaves fall before we make a decision. Like, bro, you waiting only makes it worse. You waiting makes the market increase. And so it just makes it so much better to me because we see the Cowboys being the Cowboys. And it's fascinating to watch because naturally you got a Dak Prescott situation that they're dealing with. CeeDee Lamb wants more money. If he's going to get paid, his number went up just automatically because Amon-Ra St. Brown and all these other deals that get done too. So
absolutely,
to y'all's points, as you already alluded to as well. I mean, it's the reason that Howie Roseman is as great as he is and phenomenal because he gets the deals done beforehand. You extend the players that you've already seen enough. You don't have to wait till that last contract year because then there's more leverage on the player side because you're like, hey, no, you know what? I'm close enough to free agency. I could just say no, and then I'll go test it out in the free agent market. So I
Right.
love it. It's so much better to, again, like I say, you get Smitty, but to see division rivals and especially Dallas in that situation makes it all the worthwhile. I'll say that.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
man, that's true. That's true on that, man. And like, look, it had to be on both parties, you know. On Smitty, first of all, he wants to be here. First of all, you know, he loves the city, he loves the fan, he loves the team, he loves Jalen Hurts, you know. On and how he just do how he thinks, man. Like year after year, he's just doing that, especially with this contract, you know, Jordan Malata. I think like Jordan Malata and Lyndon Texas, I think they're like on either like six, like between 6 and 10th on the
Mhm.
highest paid you know, and they're like amazing. They're dogs, you know,
Hmm.
and to be six and like between 6 and 10, that's a phenomenal deal for the Eagles as well. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And another thing, getting Smitty done before any other receiver because they still Justin Jefferson, they still on Jamar Chase, on CD Lamb still gotta get paid as well. You know, so that's all. You know, heads off to Howie, man. First of all. But
Hey,
let's get this to this draft, man, because I've been hearing a lot about the Eagles, how it's looking to move up on the draft and all that. Either to draft a corner, either draft a receiver. I've been hearing a lot of speculations out there. You know, now, do you guys think this is all smoke screen about how we moving up in the draft, or do you think it's actually gonna a possibility of it happening? And is there a possibility of us actually drafting a corner back for the first time since I don't know when, you know, in this draft tomorrow night?
I mean, to me, I feel like it's must see TV because of that. Because we don't know, because in the past, how we sent a few signals that we thought was correct, and then it ended up being smoke screens. So we just don't know. But I feel like in my heart that we gonna move up for sure. I just don't see how he moving up. I mean, staying at 22, I do see him moving up, and I'm hoping that he do grab that corner because there's so many good cornerbacks early in the draft, like Wiggins, like Quinyon, Terrion Arnold. Any of those guys would be great selections with our first pick, and it'll definitely shore up this corner room, for the next 4 or 5 years, especially with we have older corners, to be honest. Slay is an older guy. Bradbury is not as good, and he's an older guy. So bringing in that fresh blood is something that Howie does not do, right? In the cornerback room, he usually does not draft a cornerback in the first round. The last time he's did it was Lito Shepherd, I think, in like 2002. Is that something like that? So
Mm-hmm.
I just can't see him not with him saying that he's going to change so many things. It's going to be different this year. I really feel like Howie Roseman is going to surprise us, move up, grab that Terrion, that Arnold, or that Quinyon Mitchell, one of those guys, solidify that cornerback room and change the way we do things. That's what Howie has been doing. He did it with Devontae Smith, So look, Howie's on point, man. I just don't know. I don't know though. I'm not going to sit here and say I feel like he's going to do this or he's going to do that. You just don't know what Howie Roseman, man.
That's the
yeah,
truth. Unfortunately, we don't know about what how he's going to do, but I'm hopeful. I am so hopeful that it ends up being a corner, and
Yeah.
I'm believing that it will be. But still, it is the Howie Roseman. The only thing is like the betting odds, which is what I go by a lot of. You could still get burned by those, but if Vegas is wanting to go as far as saying cornerback is minus 145 for the Eagles to take that first, like that's all that I need to know. Because again, to
Mhm.
your point, like Eagles organization has not taken a cornerback since Lito Shepherd in the first round, and Howie's never done it. I mean, he's been the GM
Mhm.
for 10 years. He's never done it. And so if they're willing to go as far as being like, hey, you know what, you can get plus money if you want to take O-line first,
Mhm.
that's kind of telling me something because we know how much Howie loves the trenches, but I think
Right.
it's where this draft falls and where he might be able to trade up. So I'm going to say I believe it. I'm buying the hype for cornerback. I think that he's going to trade up and go that side. Again, I will take Quinyon Mitchell personally over Terry and Arnold, but either way, if you get either one of those guys, I'm going to be super hyped coming away from the draft.
Absolutely.
yeah, I agree. I feel like we definitely have to go corner because it's been since 2002 since the last time we drafted a position in the first round, and I just feel like at the same time this draft is like up in the air. Like for the first time, I feel like we really don't know what he gonna pick because like in the beginning they was talking about Tyler Garden, and then now it just shifted all the way over to the corners. So I just feel
Mhm.
like how he's finally starting to get it. Like you need to listen to your fan base, man. The fans, because the fans, we know what we need, because y'all around them, but we actually doing research and looking at these people every day. So I feel like he finally gonna get it right this time, and I feel like we don't really need an offensive line. Like I don't feel like that's a dire need immediately. Like I feel like you can get that later on in the draft, probably like in the third round or second round. If we gonna stay at 22, I feel like we could probably use one of those second round picks to get an offensive line. But I feel like we should switch it up this year. Like we can't keep doing the same thing. And then of course we got the younger players. It's time for them to step up and give them a chance. So
Hmm.
I feel like we should go in that direction in the corner. So that'd be my opinion on that.
Tell the truth, to me with Howie, like I really don't know what to expect, and like you said, how that like that's why it's a must watch, you know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Because you really don't know what's gonna happen. On Is a possibility he can go corner based on, like you said, the past 10 years that he been the general manager for the Eagle. It hasn't happened yet. I feel like if Lado's over if Lado's available, I think we'll draft him in the first round and maybe get a corner in the second round. On Just based on everything that we've seen, like the past 10 years. Now, I
Hmm.
will be super ecstatic if we get Quentin Mitchell or Arnold as well. But I don't see us going that way just based on what we've seen. You know what I'm
Hmm.
saying? Do I
Hmm.
want it? Of course I want it. But
Next,
now, would you guys be upset if we go all line on the number 22 on the first round?
I ain't gonna lie, I'm gonna be
I would
upset.
be upset, man. I'm not gonna lie. I'll be pretty upset. Just for the simple, I know we need to draft Lane's replacement. I think Howie threw us a little bone when he said that all these other guys like they brought in Jurgens to back up Kelsey. They brought in Jalen Carter and Jordan Davis to help. I mean, to once they knew that Fletcher Cox may retire. So I do feel like how we could smoke screen this and get an offensive line, especially with J.C. Latham being available. If he is available, how could he pass a guy like that, or the guy from Washington, Troy Fontenot? Howie loves to fill the trenches, man, and we know that. But I would be upset because I really feel like sewing up this defense, it should be the major concern. We have to put the guys in place on defense because we already have top 5 offense. But I know we do. We need to secure Lane's replacement. But I feel like we can do that, like Quasi said, in the second round, fourth round. We don't have a third round pick, so it's right there. It's right there for Howie, man. All he got to do is make the move.
Yeah.
I'll put on a fake smile. If we go O-line at 22, I'll put on a fake smile and just, try to be happy. But
Right.
I'm happy there.
no.
We got to get some help back there, man.
Yeah.
Defense should be the main. This is really the first. Really, honestly, really the first three picks should be defense. But knowing how I feel like which I was gonna ask y'all again. I was like, what if he draft a wide receiver with the first round pick? Like, what if he somehow get Marvin Harrison Jr. or let's say what's the other Brian Jr. What's it, Brian
I mean,
Thompson Jr.
it's so many good receivers, but I just don't see. I did see reports that Howie would like to move up and grab a receiver, but I just don't see that happening, man. It don't really make sense to me, especially with AJ. You got Smitty. You could grab Xavier Leggett or one of those guys with that second pick if you wanted to, if that was a big concern. But I just don't see that being a big concern. You have two of the top receivers in the league already, 1A and 1B. Like, why put more there? How much football can you throw around? It's two guys that we need to see over 1,000 yards. We just seen it the last 2 seasons. So why would we try to bring somebody in there and throw the ball all around the yard? We need to sew up the defense, because if we can't stop nobody, offense really, it's not going to help none. We seen the offense get off to a fast start last year, and then when the defense, kind of took a step back, the offense started to take a step back, and we seen the epic collapse. So it kind of stemmed from that defensive side, and that's why the offensive side took a step back. So we have to sew up the defense, and we didn't do too much on the cornerback side in free agency. We didn't bring in a guy. We just seen that Patrick Surtain probably is not coming to the Eagles. I don't know. So we got to fill up that back end, man. We have to.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah, I'm in the same boat. If you go receiver in the first round, that's That's crazy. I get the premium position and positional value and all this other stuff that you talk about, and even like AJ Brown long-term effects. But to your point, also, it's like 2 years down the road. I will say though, like if you go second round, that makes more sense to me. You know what? Hey, fine. It's still early to some people, but if there is, like you said, Xavier Legette, Ricky Pearsall, or even possibly go drop back to the third round, like you could do there's a mock draft scenario of you trade the Seahawks and get their 16 and 81, and we trade 22 and 53, then all of a sudden, hey, we've got first, second, third. Malachi Corley could be available there at that 81. So there's a couple different options that you could go with for receiver. But yeah, if you go, I mean, just the needs that we have, the aging vets, especially in the secondary, like we're talking about, like the fact that you might just go and say, oh, let's take advantage of, I mean, literally you're drafting to replace where Quez Watkins was. So like, if we're just saying that, you're going to draft to replace him instead of the other needs that this team had, that would be a huge mistake. So I'm totally with you there. Now, second round, I can get behind that. You want to get a guy like that? That's a little bit more digestible, but not in the first. There's no way.
What if it's Brock Powers though?
See, that's different.
Let's say let me put the scenario. Let me put the scenario for you guys. Okay?
Come on, Dogger. You know how I feel about him.
Let's be real. Let's be real. Dallas Goedert, he's 29. Whenever we drafted Dallas Goedert, Zach Herzog's 29 as well. You know what I'm saying? And Dallas Goedert, he like the past, I think 2-3 years, he'd be getting hurt, be missing a few games as well. So we trade with Broncos. I think he's like Broncos at 12 overall pick. If we trade with him and Brock Powers is there, and all the other corners is there as well. Quinton Mitchell, Arnold's still there. Who do you guys take then?
I'm taking Terry and Arnold. I'm not taking him over no corners. He's good, but I'm not doing it. I'm going defense first.
Agreed. There's no way. In no world do I take Brock Bowers over the one of those corners. No way.
Okay. It would be tough. It would be tough to do it, but I love Brock Bowers. I think he's going to be a player, wherever he goes. If Howie was to do that, I think that he would have to trade up in the top 10. That's the type of talent that we're talking about with Brock Bowers. I think that he goes before top 10. Trading up to 12, I think he still might be gone. But if he is there and Howie would like to make that selection, I wouldn't be mad at him. I'm not gonna lie, but at the same time, not being biased, I feel like cornerback is a bigger need.
For sure.
And I agree with you guys as well. But however, I see it happening though. And I'll tell you why I see it happening. Like, let's say if we move to 12 and all of those players are available, I see actually like you said, how that he's a generational talent, Brock Powers, man. He's something else, And not only that, it would make sense because most likely we let Dallas Goedert go in the next 2 years or so. Okay, we wouldn't have to pay a tight end right there, especially with so many people that we have to pay as well, and that we already paid. And it's gonna guarantee us for tight end for the next 6 years, pretty much. Not only that, we have so many cornerbacks on the league right now still. We have I think last time I counted, I think it was like 7 or 8 cornerbacks right now. And some of them, we don't like James Bradbury, but we still have Isaiah Rodgers, we still have Darius Slay, Eli Ricks that showed flashes last year. Kelly Ringo that showed flashes as well last year as well. So we have a pretty good, I'll say a good 4 good cornerbacks. We have Maddox that we brought him back, even though he played on the slot as well. You know what I'm saying? Right. So I believe it could happen if it ended up the way that I told you guys, where we move it with the Broncos, then get 12 overall pick, and Brock Powers falls to the 12. I think it can happen.
Stu going crazy in the chat right now.
I'm just laughing at hey, you told her put the blunt down, stop drinking.
Look, dog, I'm not mad at you about that, bro. I actually like that because I'm a Brock Bowers fan, but at the same time, man, it's just tough to leave a cornerback out on the board like Quinyon or Nate. But looking in the top, it's a lot of receivers, not getting off subject, but it is a lot of receivers that probably would be around that 12 because you got Rome Odunze, who a lot of people forget about, man. Rome is a really good receiver. I think that he's a target around that area, but it'll be tough to go anywhere else except defense with that first pick, man. Golly, it's tough to
That is true. That is true, man.
give up
Now,
Brock
what about
Bowers.
the second round? Because we, besides cornerback, we also we desperately need linebackers as well. You know,
Yes.
do you see us either on the 50 or the 53rd pick? Do we see us getting a linebacker?
I mean, I can see it if he's available.
Mm-hmm.
We got the 50th pick too. But if we do trade up, then yeah, we probably are drafting a linebacker with 53 for sure. If we use one of those second round picks.
Yeah, if Edgerrin Cooper's available, you
Yeah.
know, that's the question to me, and I keep on like bringing this up like on different shows, and live streams, and everything else. It's like if you do any mock draft, I don't care which simulator you're using, Edgerrin Cooper is available like every single time at 50 and 53. Now, in real world scenario, I'm going to be really surprised if he's available still at 50 and 53. However, I've been trained now because of all the mock drafts that I've done. I'm like, oh, well, we don't even have to trade up. You can just sit there at round 2 and just let Edgerrin Cooper just all of a sudden, there you go. Perfect. We can take him at 50. No big deal. Don't have to give up any capital. But that's where I've kind of gone back and forth because I do believe that other teams are going to value him higher than the mock draft simulators. And all of a sudden, you're going to have to trade up into the 40s if you want him. But if you've already traded up in the first round, you know, hypothetical scenario, let's say that we did trade up to 16 to get a Quinyon Mitchell or a Terrion Arnold or someone of that nature, then are you going to trade up again in the second round? That's the world where I don't see that as likely because you already gave up some capital to move up in the first. I would think it's almost like, hey, let's trade back. Unfortunately, maybe not get an Edgerrin Cooper, but you pick up an extra draft pick, and then maybe you can get a Junior Colson later, a Cedric Gray if you like that, or even Jeremiah Trotter Jr., who's, I mean, amazingly, like 6 months ago, he was projected first round, and now all of a sudden it's like 100 to 110 range is where he seems to be falling on a lot of mock drafts. So you got a couple other options there. My ideal scenario, would for sure be Edgerrin Cooper, but I think it just gets predicated on what do you do in the first round. So we'll see how that one plays out.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
I agree. I feel like a lot of y'all gotta think about it too. I feel like a lot of these teams gonna reach in the first round. Because I think last year in last year's draft, the Lions they drafted a linebacker in the first round. They got because I think they had 2 first round picks. They got Jameer Gibbs, and I think they had like 3 because they had got Jameer Gibbs, I think Brown Branch, and then they got this linebacker. Because everybody's like, wow, they took him in the first round. So it's gonna be some teams that's gonna reach. So we're gonna be looking like, wow, this player. We might look at a player we won't be like, oh man, he going in the first round.
Right.
Just how the draft go.
Right. Well, you know how I feel about linebacker, man. It's really important that we get one because I don't see one worthy as a left outside linebacker. Do y'all know of anyone on the roster that's a left outside linebacker that y'all trust?
No.
I mean,
you're talking about the Eagles.
I mean, just think about it.
I don't know.
You got a middle linebacker in Devin White, and you got Zach Bond. I mean, I guess you got N'Kobe Dean, but he's listed as a middle linebacker. So, you know, who do you put at that left? You gotta draft a guy. Is there a guy still in free agent? No, I don't think so. So
I don't think,
yes, you
maybe
have
a
to draft a
like
linebacker.
someone that's not that good, you know?
Right.
We all sold on Edgerrin Cooper.
Who said that?
I'm saying so we all agree on picking Edgerrin Cooper.
Oh yeah. I mean, I'm cool with Edgerrin Cooper. I'm cool with Peyton Wilson. That's a player that can play anywhere on the field at the linebacker spot. I'm cool with what's the guy from Texas, Jalen Ford. Like, I'm cool with, waiting to get a linebacker, but we have to address a linebacker because whoever we get, most likely will probably be starting.
Fact.
So,
fact. Now, Josh, last question for you, man. For the first 3 picks, what is your best case scenario? Like, what would you pick your first 3 picks if you were Howie?
Oh man, good question. Best case scenario. I will go. I'll give you best case scenario, but I'm gonna try to be like somewhat realistic because best case scenario would be like, oh hey, Quinyon Mitchell magically fell to 22. That's not realistic. So best case scenario, we trade up to 16. Give me Quinyon Mitchell, and then second pick which means that we also got rid of 53. So we got 16, 50, and 81. So we took it from Seattle. I would say Quinyon Mitchell, and then at 50, give me. Man, I'm gonna say probably somehow magically Edgerrin Cooper fell there. that's still probably not as real. It's a little bit more reasonable. I'll say that. Give me Edgerrin Cooper. It's still probably not likely, but give me Edgerrin Cooper, and then 81. Probably, I might say Malachi Corley. Honestly, if you get a receiver, give me the Yak King, like that dude in this offense, Kellen Moore. He's going to use wide receiver 3 a lot more than we've seen in the past. I think some people might discredit that, but I would say, give me a guy who can be like, I know I hate to use like similarities with any Niners players, but a lot of similarities to Deebo Samuel, but in that offense there, like, hey, you got to account for so much more. I think he could be a really sneaky player, especially with his athleticism. So I would go wide receiver. You take it in the 3rd round and then move on from there. So yeah, Quinyon Mitchell, Edgerrin Cooper, and Malachi Corley.
I wouldn't be mad with that, man. That would be awesome right there.
Yeah, absolutely.
What about you guys?
You can go, Quizzy.
Terry Arnold, if we can get him in the 1st round, or Quinyon Mitchell, or Kool-Aid McKinstry, and then 2nd round, I gotta do it, bro. If we stand at 22, I gotta do it. If we got both of those 2nd round picks, I have to get Xavier Leggett. I'm sorry, I have to. There's no way you just cannot pass up on a round receiver like that, man. But my honest prediction, I don't think he's gonna go in the 1st round. I'm telling you, somebody's gonna get him in the 1st round. I don't think if he do go 2nd round, I feel like it'd probably be like 30, 32 or something like that. But I gotta go with Terry Arnold or either Quinyon Mitchell in the 1st. Xavier Getty with the 50 pick if we at 22, and then probably Edgerrin Cooper with that 53rd.
So if we stay at 22, I like to see a guy like Nate Wiggins. I think he'll be available at that position if we stay there. And then also I would I want Edgerrin Cooper. I know how deep and bad we need a linebacker. So I would say Edgerrin Cooper, and then I would probably pick up an offensive tackle with the 3rd. Maybe Rosengarten if he's available. And that would probably be my top 3 picks. But I would definitely address the tackle position with that 3rd pick.
Okay. Yeah, I would go pretty much like cornerback, definitely either on. I don't think Mitchell will be there at 22.
No.
Nate Wiggins, I would love to have him as well on pause. At the 22. Edgerrin Cooper definitely on 50. I think that's every Eagles fan agree with that at 50. And 53, I'll probably go either a wide receiver or O-line as well. If Leggett was there at 53, I don't think he will be, but if he's there at 53, I definitely take him too.
Coach Cowboy, we'll take Zeke off y'all hands.
I would love Zeke. I would love to have Zeke, man.
Yep. Let me see. Now, Josh, I know you said you can only stay 30 minutes, man. If you have to go, I appreciate you coming through.
Absolutely.
Talking to us, taking time of your day, man. And you want to say any final words? I don't know if you're going live tomorrow as well or not for the draft night or not.
Yeah, no, I appreciate you having me. Always good to hang out, talk birds, and everything else. I'm excited for the hypotheticals, and honestly, I'm curious just to see how close do we get, honestly? Our optimistic best drafts, most realistic or whatever, then see what Howie Roseman does. That's the most fun part about it. But going to be live on first 2 nights for sure. We'll see about, I'm not quite 100% sure about Saturday, but for sure the first 2 nights, doing giveaways and everything else. I'm actually giving away this neon sign, not this one, but another one to anybody who's in the comment section on one of the videos. So we'll see, but should be a blast. But I appreciate you having me as always, man. Been really fun.
Yeah, bro. Anytime. You're always welcome over here, man. And everybody on the chat, we have 66 people in the chat, man. Make sure you make sure you subscribe to all the channels. The links on the description below. Make sure you subscribe to Josh Davis as well. The description, the links on the description below as well, man. I appreciate you coming through, man. Again.
Thank you. Absolutely. All right, we'll see you guys.
All right, man.
All
right, guys.
We got one more day, man. It's go time.
It is go time, man.
Can't wait, man. I think I've been waiting for the draft since the end of the season since the end of the Bucks game.
That is true, man. I'm just trying to keep up with his comments over here real quick, man.
Let's talk about it.
Weapon X, what's up, bro?
What up, Weapon X? What up, Coles?
What up, man?
I did see a comment that you hope we do bad. We not gonna do bad, man. We got Howie Roseman. We don't have Jerry Jones. We got Howie Roseman.
So if y'all smart, bro, y'all better draft a quarterback this year.
But who would you think they would draft though?
Bro, and I don't know, but they need to draft one because I'm telling you, Dak ain't finna stay there, bro. Dak is not finna
No,
stay there.
Dak is gone, bro. Dak is gone after the
Dak
season.
is not. He
That's
gonna leave y'all
already a
high
fact.
dry.
Mm-hmm.
Facts.
Yep.
Now, look. Let me ask you about this, about the Cowboys, though, real quick, because do you think there's a possibility actually of them either trading either Parson or CD on the draft?
No.
Oh,
No. Absolutely not.
No.
They got to pay him. They got to pay those guys. If you want to win, you got to pay those guys.
But that's what I'm saying. Like, look, what if they trade up with, let's say, with the Arizona, because Arizona, so supposedly Arizona, they have, I think, the number 3 overall. Let's say theoretically, Arizona, they still need a receiver, even though they have Hollywood Brown. Hollywood Brown, let's be real, he's not a number 1 receiver. Okay, let's say they trade for CD, that's a number 1 wide receiver right there. Okay, and they give Dallas the number 3. You know, now Dallas can get a quarterback right there if they're assuming they're if they think that they're gonna let that go the following season, you know.
What you got Trey Lance? What about Trey Lance? You gave up what, a 4th round pick for Trey Lance?
Yeah.
Y'all ain't got him.
You got Trey Lance, you got Cooper Rush. You're gonna have to let one of those guys play. You know what I mean? Because if you give up Parsons, if you give up Lamb, that's an automatic rebuild. Automatic. I don't care what quarterback you bring in there, it's an automatic rebuild.
Y'all not gonna win as long y'all not gonna win. And then y'all still gotta pay Michael Parsons.
Yeah.
Like, I don't think y'all gonna be able to pay him. Especially if y'all keep Dak again, y'all ain't keeping all 3 of them.
Well,
that's true.
Jerry made a mistake by not signing CD Lamb, like I said earlier. He made that was a mistake because you got Amon-Ra St. Brown that just got paid, and CD Lamb is way better than St. Brown, in my opinion. I like St. Brown, but Lamb is fire, bro. Lamb is really good, and you got to pay him top receiver money. And you got Parsons, you got to pay him top edge rusher money.
So how come they can't? They ain't got no money?
They got two rounds. They got what, 14 and 3, right?
Yeah, I think Arizona. Yeah, I think that's what they have.
Yeah.
Hollywood Brown in Kansas now. So they don't got no wide receivers over there.
No, that's why they have to go out and get Marvin Harrison. They got to get Marvin Harrison.
Yeah,
so my bad. Apparently, Hollywood Brown, I think they're on in KC at Kansas City. I still thought he was with Arizona.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Oh,
yeah.
so for sure, they have no wide receiver one right now. Then
that's why they have to get him. You know, and think about it. Your first 2 picks gonna probably it's gonna be the quarterback from USC, Caleb, and then you got Jay. Who got picked 2?
The Commanders.
So they gonna get the quarterback from LSU, Jaden Daniels.
Yep.
Who y'all think you think Chicago gonna get Caleb Williams?
Yeah,
I think so.
Oh, that's for sure. That's for sure. Thanks, Stu. Yeah, Stu, tell them Lance got to be their starter next season.
Facts.
If you listen to the reports, they over the moon about Lance, bro. Oh, Lance is what you need. He's the guy. You know, he's what you get. I think he was like what above 10 pick. They want Lance.
Oh,
Lance
my bad. Go ahead.
Oh, you good? You good?
I was just gonna say, Cole, how y'all gonna pay all 3?
I don't know, bro. Where the money at? That's
the
question.
Cole, because you guys have what 9 mil?
Y'all can pay Dak.
Y'all already paid Dak $200 million.
Mm-hmm.
After this year, it'd be $200 million.
Coles, do you honestly feel like y'all gonna have Dak next season? Do you honestly feel like that?
No, bro.
There's no way.
There's no way he's staying
because he's the last to get paid behind CD Lamb and Parsons, in my opinion.
Yep. Because he getting $50 million this year.
Yeah, and then he can't get out the first round of this playoffs, man. Like, what's the point?
I slick think they either gonna draft. If they don't draft a quarterback, which they probably won't, I feel like they're gonna get a wide receiver with their first pick, either wide receiver or a linebacker.
They need to get a linebacker, bro. They don't have nobody who can tackle. I guess you can bring Kendricks. You can talk about Kendricks, but they need a linebacker. They need a young linebacker, especially with Leighton Vander Esch, going out with his neck injury, medically retired. You need a linebacker. So that's why I was thinking that at 24 they would probably grab a linebacker if it's.
They also need a D line too. So, a big man so they can stop the run too, bro. Because Mozzie Smith, that's not it. He's not it.
Well, I mean, you gotta give him one more year, a few more years to see if he a bust or not. I agree with you, dog. I think he a bust, but you got to give him at least another year or so to see what he can do.
Yeah.
No, Mozzie Smith.
Oh yeah, he's sorry to the motherfucker.
Yeah, but you got to give him another year or so.
Sorry, hell,
you got. I'm just glad we got JC, bro. Like, I know JC had a down year. Well, I guess you could say the down year towards the second half of the season, but this whole team was bad at the second half of the season. But Jalen Carter's a dog,
Yeah.
And they going. Remember they were saying that Mozzie was better than Jalen Carter, and we like what? Get Coles in here, bro.
I got you, bro. Keep talking. I'll send it to him.
Because I need to know.
Yeah,
you gotta tell me.
I gotta know about this too, bro.
Yeah, you gotta tell me, bro. He said, in his old podcast said Lance's contract about to be up. He ain't even touched the field. They gonna have they in shambles, bro.
That's the only way Dak isn't gone if they make it to the Super Bowl. That's definitely not happening. Of course, that ain't happening.
Well, it ain't happening. It's not happening, bro.
That's why he's smart though. I ain't gonna lie, bro. I'm telling you, he gonna lead him for drop, bro. I'm telling you, this man got no trade clause in his contract, so they can't just trade him anywhere. He gone, bro. He already got his money from them. It ain't it's really no point of him staying. You're not gonna win, bro. You're not gonna win there.
That's what I'm saying. So, what do you think? Do you think that he go to another team next season? Do you think he have more success than what he have in Dallas?
I believe so.
I believe so too, man. I think Dallas is cursed, and the curse is Jerry Jones.
That's the problem.
Jerry Jones is not interested in winning football. That's not his. I mean, he don't even know. He don't even know what's going on. Like, looking at that last press conference that he just had, that dude don't even know where he at.
You heard what he said? That man said he said we got the 24th spot in the first round because we were the 24th best team.
Yeah, he don't know that we talking about football. Oh man, that's their GM as well. But you already know what it is, man. Appreciate GC1. Dad said Dak traded to the Vikings. Maybe.
Ooh. I hope he don't.
Well, he's on backstage right now. Oh, there he goes.
Seattle or some shit. This shit is.
What's good?
What up, Cole?
What up, Coles?
What's good, man? How y'all doing?
Good, man. How you doing, bro?
Shit, chilling. Man, y'all don't know nothing that's going on with the Cowboys, man.
But let us know, bro, because we're not supposed to know.
I know more about what y'all gonna do than y'all know about my team. What's up with that, man? Y'all need to know y'all enemy around here.
So what don't we know?
I know y'all need corners, and I know that what's his name? Rodgers ain't gonna be y'all savior, bro. Y'all need a little bit more help, man. Y'all got too many old guys in the backfield. Y'all still gonna have them problems. But anyway, let's go ahead. So as far as that, I believe he's gonna get a deal done. And the reason why I believe he's gonna get his deal done is because he has leverage and he wants to be a Cowboy. Now, me personally, I wish he would just be like, fuck it, trade me. You know what I'm saying? Because I don't like how the Jones is moving. And I believe he'll be more successful somewhere else. That's just me. Secondly,
but you just said that you think he's gonna get a deal done.
Yeah, he gonna get a deal done. Jerry and them,
With
they
what
play
money though?
Huh? The cap. Y'all should know more than me that the cap is a myth. You can move these. They could have did this. They could have did this in the beginning of the season. All of
But
us,
Jerry Jones
the
doesn't
whole
know
fan
that,
base, we like,
Cole.
okay, is he does this is how Jerry operates, man, which pisses me off. He operates opposite. He think that if you just wait it out and deadline get deals done, that's his thing. Deadline get deals. He always say that. So he gonna wait till training camp to start signing these guys. They just picked up Micah Parsons' 5th-year option. They like to do stuff. They like to do stuff like in the end. Like the way they operate is, say for instance, you got a cell phone bill due. You got the money in your account, but you don't want to pay it now. You want to make a payment arrangement and push it to the back. And once you make that payment arrangement, you already got your next month's bill piling up on you. That's how they operate, man. That's why I'm surprised they billionaires, because they don't know how to handle no damn money.
So
so
does that? Do you
so
like that?
I hate it because I'm like you could have got this deal done before free agency started. We was like, okay, we can pay all three of these guys and shop a little bit in free agency. All we gotta do is redo Dak's contract and now open up money in the cap. That's what we wanted to do. And I was like, hey, when we was talking about all this all in bullshit, I knew he was lying in. I said, okay, prove it. If you all in, go ahead and extend Dak right now. Open up some money, make some moves.
If you all in, do something in free agency.
Do something in free agency. Now they want to backtrack and say, well, when we talked about all in, we talk about all in the draft and all that stuff, man.
Oh, wow.
The same stuff we always talk, we always do. And we got. Do you believe we got fans that actually think that Jerry Jones and got a card up his sleeve and he know what he's doing and he just playing chess, not checkers? They saying this, bro. I'm like, well, he been playing checkers for 29 years.
He don't even know where he at, Cole. He don't even know where he at.
Exactly, you know what I'm saying?
He been playing it.
It's crazy, man. But this is what Jerry do. I believe he gonna pay Dak.
I don't think so.
I believe
either,
they really gonna pay Dak.
I gotta agree with Stu on this one.
But what Stu say?
No, go.
Hey, if okay, bad facts Stu. I'm glad because me and Stu we communicate all the time. I'm willing to put a wager in that Dak gonna get paid by training camp.
And what's the deal gonna be?
I'm all for it. I hope he gets signed.
What's the deal gonna be, Cole? Give me a prediction. What the deal gonna be?
I don't know what the number's gonna be, man.
Well, what's the years?
I know for a fact because everybody keep on putting that number, putting it out there that he want to reset the market and be the highest paid. He already said he don't want to be the highest paid quarterback. He already said that he don't want to put his team in jeopardy. He want to be able to have his team make moves. So he ain't trying to hurt the team. He said he's not trying to be a highest paid quarterback. And he could have been did that. He was willing not to be to reset the market when he got his first deal, but the Jaws was playing them games. But I believe the players gonna get their money, man.
I think Parsons gonna get his money, and I think CD gonna get his money. But Dak will not be a Cowboy after this season, especially if he lose in the playoffs or the first game.
Well, and this is the thing about the playoffs, man. I feel like, let me ask you this, man. What other quarterback we looking at their money going off their playoff history?
Stu in the building.
No, before Stu starts, man.
Go ahead.
I want you to answer my question. What other quarterback in this league are we judging their playoff appearance? I mean, their playoff performances on how much they get paid. We didn't do that for Justin. I'm just saying
it don't matter. That doesn't matter.
Why does it matter? He's a quarterback like all the other quarterbacks.
Because here's the point that you have to understand now, Cole. Because I've been waiting for this moment because I knew you was gonna come in talking crazy. Here's the point that you gotta understand. Here's the point that you gotta understand, Cole. It ain't about any other quarterback that we look at and we talk.
Why I gotta be with him?
It's Jerry Jones and the Dallas Cowboys that are now looking at it and say, "Well, wait, we paying you all this money." For regular season, no, I'm trying to win a damn Super Bowl.
But he did the same thing for Tony Romo. He didn't do the same thing for Tony Romo.
What do you think he getting tired of? Paying all this
he's been tired for a long time because he's making the same mistake.
Jerry Jones is getting tired of overpaying quarterbacks that can't even get past the divisional round. That is what he's tired of.
Stu, are you listening to yourself?
No. I'm not listening. I ain't gotta listen to myself. Are you listening to myself?
No, listen to what you just said. Listen to you.
I'm trying to tell you what Jerry Jones.
I'm telling you.
Jerry Jones has literally been saying it this whole offseason. Actually, he started saying it
But
last offseason.
Are you listening to
yourself? He already
yourself,
said we are going to go as far as Dak Prescott carries us. And that's as far as Dak.
What the defense carry us?
This is basically him telling you, Dak gone,
what
bro.
What the defense carry us? The defense gave up points.
Dak gone, bro.
But Dak threw how many picks Dak throw?
And like I said, I'm cool with Dak.
In the press
I'm cool with Dak going. I believe he'll do good somewhere else.
Then what you talking about? He's gonna get an extension.
Yeah, he's not getting no money.
I believe he's gonna get. I believe he's gonna get his extension.
If you know he's gone, what you talking about?
Yeah, I believe he's gonna get his extension.
No, I don't think so, bro.
I believe he's gonna get it. I would want him to go somewhere else. But answer my question, man.
Called him Dak.
Answer my question. But no, for Stu, personally, you have to listen to yourself. You giving Jerry you get him off the hook, bro.
No.
Yes, you are, man.
What Jerry's been trying to tell you for the whole 2 years.
You just said that Jerry.
Listen, if you really pay attention, this is what he's basically told you. He said, him and Stephen Jones both said, we're gonna do what we've been doing. We're gonna keep running with. So basically, he's telling you, expect more of the same damn thing. And
I
then
agree.
They
stick to what they did.
They haven't extended that. Look, I'm sorry. If you're the guy, and I want everybody to answer this question. Everybody, even in the chat. If you're the guy on any team, it don't matter what team you're on and what position you play. If you're the guy, you don't get to the last year of your deal and they talk about some we waiting to see what chips fall. No, they trying to get you re-signed before you get to that last year.
Well, Dak want to stay. That's on him.
That's Dak. Yeah, that's on Dak. Dak is not going to be a Cowboy. Yeah.
That ain't what Jerry wants.
No, absolutely.
Well, let me tell you this.
That's what Jerry's been trying to tell you this whole offseason.
If that's not what Jerry wants, listen. If that's not what Jerry wants, then why is Jerry keeping Dak? They could have got rid of him. They could have.
There's no trade clause on his contract right now, though.
Okay.
He got a $55 million.
What did y'all do?
And another.
What did y'all do when y'all had Carson Wentz?
That's $95 million.
What did y'all do when y'all had Carson Wentz?
But Carson Wentz, let me answer that, Stu. Let me answer that one real quick. Let me answer that one real quick.
Hold on.
Yo,
Last thing.
Wentz.
If they got rid of Dak right now, do you realize the Cowboys would have to take on a larger cap hit than the Broncos?
I know that, but didn't y'all do something similar with Carson Wentz? Y'all did it with Carson Wentz. Y'all took that hard cap hit.
32 million.
Of course, it's not going to be as much as what y'all did, but I'm saying at that time that was a big cap hit. That was a big cap hit.
But the thing too, bro, is that Carson Wentz, he didn't have that no trade clause on his contract like Dak does. You know what I'm saying? That's why we traded him to the Colts.
Oh, y'all traded him? Okay.
Yeah, and not only that, Cole, you really can't consider, for us, we really can't consider the Carson Wentz era of failure because under his tenure, we did win a Super Bowl.
Absolutely.
Yeah, I agree.
Hey, listen to what Doomsday Corner Sports said. I believe that. That's what I believe.
I believe so too.
Yes,
but now
that's why. Look, I wouldn't put it past Jerry.
I wouldn't put it past it either.
I wouldn't put it past Jerry to literally get rid of Dak during this draft.
You said what? You wouldn't put it past him doing what?
For him trading him during the draft?
They can't trade him.
If he's willing to play ball, they can't.
They can't trade him. He has a no trade clause.
I just said if he's willing to play ball, they can. If he's willing to say, okay, I'll get traded as long as I get traded to where I want to get traded to. And they say as long as the compensation's good, oh yeah, he can get traded. He can waive that no trade clause.
Yeah, he can lift it if he wants to, but from what
exactly.
I'm
So
from
I'm
what I'm
saying,
getting at,
if it
listen, from
gets
what
to
I'm
that
getting
point,
at, I don't think he's gonna do it. Only because let me hear me. Only because I'm reading off what his brother is responding to. Like I went out and I made a tweet and I was like, this might be the end. And his brother was like, he liked it, but he was like, I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I even had him in Twitter Spaces, and
yeah,
he
he
was
like it
like,
because
you
he
know,
don't want Dak to be there no more.
yeah, he don't want Dak to be a Cowboy. He don't. He
So
want him to
so
go somewhere else.
so
But he
so
also been telling me that
Cole.
Dak don't want to go nowhere.
So Cole, do you think you guys gonna tank to try to draft Sanders?
I don't think so. I think that we still gonna be good enough to at least make the playoffs. I believe we're gonna get 10 wins.
Okay.
Oh,
And
easy
that's the
one.
thing.
I want them to
Hey,
keep
I'm
Dak too.
welcome. Me personally, I want us. I kind of slick want us to not be as good because if we already stacking up a lot of comp picks for 2025, I would rather have lower picks as well. If we're moving in that direction, I want us to be bad. You know what I'm saying? But right now it's too hard to tell. I need to see how the draft gonna play out. I got to see what they gonna do because there's been situations where I thought we were gonna be complete dog shit and we end up having a good season. I hope if we are moving in that direction, I would rather have a losing season. That's me personally. If we moving in that direction, don't
Yeah,
don't
no.
half as it. Don't half as it. Stack up for the next. If y'all want to build a team through the draft, y'all need lower draft picks and y'all need a lot of draft picks.
I
So
don't
go
think
ahead and do
y'all
that.
not gonna tank. Y'all not gonna tank. I think Dak
I
gonna do what
don't
he
believe
usually
so.
do,
That's
and
what I'm saying.
that's
I don't
keep
believe it.
y'all the top 10 in picks. That's exactly what Dak gonna
Look,
do.
that's what I'm saying.
And it's
Exactly.
And as long as that, and Jerry realized that.
yeah,
Jerry realizes as
absolutely.
long as Dak's there, we never gonna be up there.
No,
And then
Oh, God, no.
I've been looking at our track record on drafts. We've been killing the draft after we had a bad season. When we had good seasons, like we still had a good season, 2021, and we
yeah.
went out and got Tyler Smith, which when we drafted him, I didn't have too much high on him, but he ended up being a good ball, a good player. We got Durant in that same draft, so we draft okay, with the later picks. But I be wanting those, those good draft picks in the beginning on the first round, like them high drafts. I want that, like how we got Parsons, how we was able to, we was in the middle of the pack when we got CeeDee Lamb, stuff like that. So when we be down in the 20s and stuff, it'd be kind of hard to get, a good unless we drafting an offensive lineman, it'd be kind of hard to get a good, player. But hopefully we have some good. I want us to trade back because with us getting Trey Lance, it pissed me off because they only got Trey Lance just to play ball against Dak and put a little pressure on him and you
Is
know
so Coles, who do you want to see drafted at 24, or do you want to trade back? Is that what you said?
I want to trade back because I
So if y'all
want us
don't
to be
trade back,
better.
who you want?
If we don't trade back, if Keon Coleman on the board, I like to get him because we do need another. We need a number two, especially if we gonna have Lamb in there. I need somebody
What
opposite
what
Lamb.
about what about Cooks?
Yeah.
Well, Cooks is old, bro. I mean, come on, let's be real, man. Come on, let's be real. Do you view Cooks as a true number two?
No, I don't.
Okay,
I don't.
what
But I
I'm
mean,
saying.
Hold
but
on,
he
hold on,
is.
hold up there. Yo, I gotta come back to his defense right here, bro. Because before he got to the Cowboys, right before the year before, and six, and in the past 7 seasons before he got to the Cowboys, he got over 1,000 yards every single season.
Yeah,
It was
I know.
once he got to the Cowboys, and with Dak, that's when he didn't get to that 1,000 yards. That's the first time in 7 seasons.
But
So
Dak
they,
And
got
I
they
hurt
got
kind
this
of
a
last
common
last year.
Yeah.
denominator there.
But
and
everywhere
with
else
that,
he been with, hold on, everywhere else he been, and any other quarterback he ever played with, he got 1,000 yards with him.
you want to
He
know
got a
why?
1,000 yards with Case. When he was in Houston
Yeah.
with the
Yeah,
trash quarterbacks they had there, he got 1,000 yards with them
but
boys.
he was the number one receiver though, right?
He was a number one, and let me tell you, he was in the system with Mike McCarthy. They didn't. He was just like really one of those kind of those decoy type of receivers. Yeah, I wanted to see more of them, but man, we was spamming Lamb all season, and it was working.
Absolutely.
So why
Yeah.
why get away from that when we
Exactly.
got what I'm saying? Stick to what you got. You just and it been games when he stayed patient, but he wanted to get the ball more. We had that situation, and he was able to cook a little bit, but. Man, CD Lamb was on fire, man. We had to feed our
I got
guy.
I got a question,
That's a
Coles.
fact.
So you saying that wide receiver 2 is more important than linebacker when y'all had all of the trouble stopping every running back?
Damn, all that. You think wide receiver 2 is more important than fixing your O-line?
Yeah. Thanks, dude.
Well, as far as the O-line, listen to me when I say that. Listen to me when I say that. I believe I would take O-lineman too. I have my eyes on a couple of guys. Mills would be a good one. Kingsley, like I'm for them. If those guys on the board, get them. But I also take a look of the guys that we already have. I like Brock Hoffman as our center. I like what he has. You know, he's playing pretty good. He played in some good games. He held his own, man. And we also have
the same thing. I'm gonna ask you the same thing I asked Dan Simple the other night. You like him lined up 1-on-1 head up against Jalen Carter or Jordan Davis?
Yeah. I mean, he still got shit. He can hold his own. He did that last year.
Lined up head up 1-on-1 with Jalen Carter? No, the hell he didn't.
Well, you gotta think all plays not gonna be 1-on-1. Shit, he gonna be lined up next to Jack Martin.
Just said, lined up head up 1-on-1.
I believe he can handle his own. You acting like Jalen Carter is the all-world defensive tackle.
He gets skull
He is really good.
He's good.
He ain't that good.
He's a matchup nightmare.
Good, but I seen him get handled too. Now that's don't act like this nigga. Come on now. I heard what y'all be talking amongst each other. You know that dude have his days.
But for him at a rookie level, hey, that was a great season for a rookie.
Yeah, and I've been on record saying that he been balling. I never hated on that dude, and I keep on saying Daz, whatever the dude name, keep on talking about my.
He's frying you, bro. He's frying you in the chat.
let me say this about Mozzie, man. First of all, I hear him saying Mozzie's Jalen Carter's better than Mozzie. I hate that. That irks me because yes, they both defensive tackles, but they play two different techniques. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Mozzie's a one. Like he plays we got him as a nose guard. He ain't supposed to be making sacks.
Boy, when I heard Vosh Lombardi say that shit, bro,
he was just trolling, man. And Vosh, no brother, he just troll. He was just trolling y'all.
It was him, Foots the King.
They was trolling, man.
Them boy, I swear to God,
they wasn't trolling, bro. They really probably believed that.
I know they was. Now I know Law Nation was trolling when he said it. Yeah. But boy, no, Foots the King was. I think Foots the King though he was being dead serious.
Nah,
he was being dead serious.
He be trolling, man. That dude. He a troll on Twitter. He be serious on his podcast, but he a troll, man.
That's where he said it at. They said it draft night on their podcast. All three of them. Try to tell me.
And hey, let me tell you something. After his tweet, I be hoping he be playing, man. I ain't gonna even lie, cause I be like, bro, I don't know about that. Like he be standing on the table with some of these. I'm like, oh no.
That's why I say some of these dudes I can't listen to. Like I subscribe to a lot of the guys, man. I be listening to them. I tell you who I think keep it real the most. Cool. CFT, Rome from Cowboys Fan Talk.
Yeah, that's my guy, man. That's my guy. Yeah.
I rock
yo, Cole. So that's asked. So do you think Mozzie is better than Davis?
No, I'm not a big fan of Mozzie. I'm not a big fan.
I believe that.
I heard him say that.
I'm not a big fan. I'm not. Yeah. Well, listen to it. I'm not a big fan of him being the number one draft. I mean, our first draft pick. I think we reached on him so hard, and that's what upset me about last year's draft because I didn't even have him graded as a first round.
You got him in the third.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying.
I think
like they wanted.
I think
him,
they panicked.
They was afraid that somebody was going to get him, so they
got took.
Yeah,
I think they panicked. Once Buffalo jumped in front of y'all. Yeah, when Buffalo jumped in front of y'all and took Kincaid, I think
we didn't want Dalton Kincaid. We didn't want Kincaid.
No, they wanted
we weren't looking at Kincaid.
Who was y'all looking at?
No, they was between. No, they being real serious about this because they even had this recorded. They wanted Bergeron. They was either between Bergeron or Mozzie. And I'm like, dang, at the time, I'm like, well, I thought we was kind of going to look at a tight end. I thought we were looking at Myers.
Taco was trash, EC1. Taco was trash.
Oh my God.
Oh yeah,
Taco Charlton is the worst, bro.
That dude,
Yep.
that dude name shouldn't be uttered.
Taco.
Yeah. Don't
He
ever
said it
utter
shouldn't
that
be
dude.
uttered.
Man, that junk shit.
Taco.
That
Like,
junk shit me off,
that nigga
man.
at the Taco Bell.
Yeah. But that's why I fuck with Cole though. He do keep it real, bro. He will keep it real.
Cole said from the beginning he wasn't a fan of him being the first. Because like I said, Cole was like, wow, that was a stretch right there.
Yeah.
Like getting Mozzie in the first round. He said that was a stretch right there.
I don't even want to touch Michigan players, man.
Yeah.
What about McCorum?
Only one I'm looking at out of there is Junior Colson. Only person I'm looking at from Michigan is Junior Colson. That's the only one.
Colson is tough.
Yeah, I get him, but I'm up there. Them Michigan players ain't worked out for us, bro.
You not looking at the tight ends too? AJ Barner?
Nope.
Man, we already got
AJ
a bust
Barner.
tight end.
I'm not looking at. If I'm looking at AJ Barner, I'm looking at him in like 210. The last pick we got.
Or like
Fergie nasty though. I ain't gonna lie.
Yeah, now Jake Ferguson, a beast, man. That dude, now that's my guy.
Bro,
We killed him. We killed him when we got him. Huh?
Now, if I had my choice of what tight end I want, I want the boy Ben Sinnott out of Kansas State.
He's nice too.
For sure.
I want him out of Kansas State.
Yeah, Roman Wilson is nasty, bro. Roman Wilson is nasty. That's a fact. The GOAT Michi.
But hey, you want to know what you want to know, like getting back to this quarterback thing. You know what completely had me stressed the fuck out? If they picked up Trey Lance 5th-year option, bro. Now if they do that, then I know that gone.
Bro,
you should already know that going, bro.
Look, this is what
if they
do
that.
Do.
If
what
they
they're gonna do is
gone,
what they're gonna do is they're gonna actually sometime either this year or during the season coming up. What up, awesomeness? They gonna give him some kind of extension that's gonna give him a little bit more money in that 5th year, and it's gonna add an extra year.
Well, they already kind of did that. They had to pay him a little money.
They gonna do to him
$5 million.
They gonna do him just like what's the name did they just did it with one of the quarterbacks in I want to say they extended one of the young guys who was getting ready to go on his 5th-year option. No, with Jordan Love. It's what Green Bay did with Jordan Love.
Yeah.
They're gonna do it. Cowboys gonna do the same thing with Trey Lance.
Well, let me tell you this, man. I am a fan of Dak. Everybody know that. But I'm a Cowboys fan, and I tell you this, I'm looking forward to seeing what Trey Lance do in the preseason. If the dude's a baller and he's doing better, by all means, I'm cool with it.
Oh, Trey Lance gonna flash, but he's not gonna. It's not sustainable.
But he ain't gonna do the same thing that Dak does. You know, I'm not expecting him to.
Absolutely,
you know,
no.
Because most of his reps gonna come with the backups or the second teams, the practice squad guys.
And people like to always tag in, and this is just me being completely fair. I get what people saying about Dak Prescott's playoff record, but if we being real, we haven't had a good playoff record before Dak.
Yeah,
you know,
we know that. We know that.
What I'm saying?
That's why we hope y'all kept Tony Romo, and Tony Romo kept playing. We hoped for that. But then we started to see how Dak played, and then started seeing the same results. And we was like, well, shit, keep that too. Because we already know.
Man, it ain't. See, my thing is, it ain't. Maybe
we realize
we want to blame.
Like literally,
we want to just blame the quarterback.
Okay, look, here's the thing about it. There's a different. Y'all think Staubach, Aikman. Romo tried to be Staubach. Dak's trying to be a combination of Romo and Aikman. Here's the problem. Romo couldn't be Staubach, and Dak can't be Romo or Aikman. And here's the reason why that can't happen. None of these players are allowed to 100% be the dogs that they need to be, because Dallas, the stigma and how things are run in Dallas will not allow them to be. If you listen to Cam Newton, when he sat down with Shannon Sharp, and he said, Dak needs to be that motherfucking dog, but Dak can't be in Dallas. Because you got to be damn near a politician to be the quarterback for the Dallas Cowboys.
Right. Okay, let
Yo,
Let me
Cole,
rebuttal.
how,
that
yo,
tall.
yo,
Let me
Cole,
rebuttal.
let me ask you this. Let me ask how mad would you be, bro, if you guys if you let that go after the season and he goes, let's say a Patriot or anywhere else, and he gets a ring, bro,
I
and you
wouldn't
guys
be
still
mad
never
at
won.
all. I wouldn't be
You
mad at
wouldn't be
all. I'd be
mad?
rooting for that.
You would
It
have
ain't
to
like
look
it
at
ain't
your own
happened before.
franchise.
It ain't like it
I
ain't
already
happened
know.
before. But one of
See,
their
I already know
franchise
it's my
guys
own
was
franchise.
DeMarcus
That's why I
Ware.
wouldn't be mad. And first of all,
DeMarcus Ware
I was
left
a
in the
Dak
third year he
Prescott
left. He
fan
wanted to
before he was even a Cowboy. You know, he went to Mississippi State. He went to my school. So, you know,
That's
I'm
why I said
always
that.
gonna root for
That's
my
why I
guy.
said
You
that
know?
to you, Cole. That's why I said that in that tweet. I said I already
Yeah.
know you was a fan before that because he went to
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's
Mississippi
like
State.
it ain't gonna bother me. I want the best for him. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm cool with his family. You know what I'm saying? So we good. You know, I'm rooting for him. You know, but at the end of the day, I already know that it's the Cowboys, man. See, that's the thing where everybody. I know it's the Cowboys, man.
Exactly,
they,
bro.
they, they want to point. See, Jerry, he's a good salesman, man, and he also know how to you know, what I'm saying trick a lot of people into believing certain stuff, man.
Exactly.
Everybody
Yo,
want to
I'm gonna keep it
blame
real.
he always
Any
want to
any
blame
player
the
that
players,
the
but
Cowboys has
nobody
ever
blaming
had,
Jerry.
any
Right.
player that the Cowboys has ever had since Jimmy Johnson was there, that was in that locker room, that would hold other players accountable and jump up in their shit, or any coach that sat there and act like that, Jerry got rid of it. Why?
Yeah,
Because Jerry don't want nobody holding nobody accountable there but Jerry. And if
yeah,
Jerry's okay with what the fuck you did, should nobody else say nothing. And that's how Jerry wants it. Whatever it takes to generate headlines for the Dallas Cowboys, that's all the hell Jerry care about.
yeah,
Yeah, he would love to win a Super Bowl, but guess what he loved more than that? He loved the fact that every damn year he putting about maybe 2, 3, maybe double-digit $billion into his bank, into that Jones bank
Yeah,
account.
yeah,
yeah.
absolutely. That's what
Hey,
Jerry
check
worried
this
I
about.
ain't
out.
winning the Super
Jerry
Check
I
worried
ain't
this
about
winning
he
out.
the
not
Super
he
Bowl.
not
I
interested
ain't
in
winning
winning
the
Super
Super
Bowls,
Bowl, but
bro.
this 9.5,
Let,
this 11
let me
billion
let
come
me
get ready to put in the Jones family account. I'm cool with that.
let me tell you how. Okay, so we talked to a former player. What's that dude? That defensive tackle that played for Tampa, and he had came to the Cowboys. Got hurt. I forgot his name. He played for
Uh,
the Panthers. He played for Tampa, and he played with us, but he got hurt in 2020. Big guy with dreads. Man, I can't remember his name, man.
Jenkins?
Nah, not Jenkins.
No, no,
No.
no. You talking about McCoy?
Dang, what's his
Gerald
Was it
name?
McCoy?
McCoy?
Yeah,
Gerald
McCoy.
McCoy.
Yeah, Gerald McCoy. Yep. So this is what he said because we asked him how the coach is with Dallas. This is what this dude said when he was there. He said, man, basically Jerry make the players stars. Like ain't all players. They treat them like stars at you know, at the start, basically. So he was like, man, he went down to the cafeteria, right? And they got the cafeteria people like about to break their necks, making sure that the way they make their food is like how they want it perfect and everything. He said, shoot, when he came the next day, they already had his food prepared. You know, they make sure he had everything good, and they make sure they gonna get it done like that every day. He said, man, other places don't do that. He said, man, Jerry will make sure that you a star. Like when you walk around, you gonna always see your face on the wall. You know, they're
And
gonna greet you,
that's the
treat you like
problem.
royalty. Yeah,
That's the
sauce.
problem. He got them out there. They feeling themselves. They
Yup.
think they larger than life. They
Yup.
think they some A-list Hollywood stars walking around in that joint.
Exactly.
Then when the playoff time come in, somebody came around and punched you in your damn mouth, and you
But let me
realize,
tell you
oh,
something. You wasn't just him though, Coles.
It
You was
wasn't.
the
It
tight end
wasn't.
for the tight
it
end
was
that
more
plays
than
for the
just
Texans
left.
right now.
Dalton
What is his
Schultz.
Yeah.
name?
Yeah,
Schultz
Dalton
that
Oh,
Schultz
just left.
said it.
Dalton Schultz.
Dalton Schultz said it. And
Dalton
Yeah, it's
Schultz.
a
then
Country club,
He came
bro.
out said
yeah,
the same thing too.
It's a
then
country
I
club.
talked to then I'm cool with one of our safeties. His name One Ye Thomas.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I we be communicating, but he did the podcast with my guy Terrence, Terrence Michael brother.
Mhm.
And we were asking him about the culture too. Man, that dude said shit. I love it out here in Dallas.
I
I was like,
bet.
I bet you do. You know what I'm saying?
It's
He
a
was like,
country
I
club,
love
bro.
Dallas, man. Because I was like, man, how y'all feel about the coach? He's like, shit, I love it. I bet you do
And
love
that,
it,
and
man.
that,
Shit, that
and
was-
that's why Zeke want to come back, because he want to come back and continue being that fat
Yep.
boy that they feed me.
Yeah, he like,
Yeah.
he over. Yeah, he was like, man. He was
He
like,
gonna be in that
shoot.
cafeteria.
Zeke ain't going
No,
back to Dallas, bro.
That's That's my guy though, man. He be trolling.
That's how he got that gut he got.
He be trolling me, man.
Cafeteria in Dallas.
Man, yeah, they treat them like gods out there, man. I'm like, man, see, that's our problem. Then we go to California.
That's the thing about it. See, I like it back. Remember back in the day when you had them boys, they was working 2 a days and 3 a days in practice. Your ass wasn't gonna be out. You was gonna make weight.
A lot of teams ain't doing that now because of the
CBA. They do collective bargaining agreement. Yeah, trust me. You was gonna make weight back in the day. You wasn't gonna be out of shape back then.
Because we tried, believe it or not, Michael McCarthy tried to work.
Because you didn't get to get that soft coaching that you get now. Or we gonna do most of the coaching in the meeting rooms and stuff. Now get your ass out there on that field and then and got
we tried to do that. Mike McCarthy tried to do that, but he got fined.
But come on, y'all know how we gonna be in here in the meeting rooms and on the working on the classroom and looking at the get your ass out there on the field.
It ain't like that no more, man. They can't do it. They gonna get fined.
Well, the whole NFL got soft, man.
Yeah,
they flag football here soon.
And this is another reason why I like the Cole on, because me and Cole around the same age. We know he know exactly what the fuck I'm talking about. Bro, you couldn't. And all that with the media.
I wish we did do that again.
Oh, you ain't had time to do no podcasts and shit like that.
Yep.
Your ass was tired as hell. You went the hell home, took a shower, laid your ass down with your wife and kids. You wasn't trying to do no goddamn
podcast. We can't say that about the podcast because these players had talk shows back in the day, man. You remember Randall Cunningham had one. Warm Moon had, they had talk shows out there, but they did that in the off season.
What they did in the off season.
Yeah, they did it in the off season.
Yeah, that's the off season. You got these cats now, they got podcasts, they talking 2 days after the game, or they talking
during the season too. And
I mean, our guys like that too. We got Slay got a podcast too.
Bro. Yeah, like bro, because I want to interact with the fans.
Slay ain't getting no attention, man.
That's our job, the podcast. We the podcasters.
Goddamn theater, right? Break down the goddamn film of y'all just getting your ass whooped.
They're not putting Slay on first take on all the media outlets. They're not putting his stuff out there, man.
No. See, that's why these dudes couldn't have me come up and be a guest on their podcast because the first question I'm gonna ask them, fuck you doing a podcast for? Why your ass in that theater room in your house, goddamn with the tape in, watching the goddamn film,
watching all 22,
goddamn ass whoop this goddamn.
I gotta watch what I say, man, because the players be following me. I don't want them checking me, man.
You got to get on the goddamn film, boy. What the hell you doing? Man, this is what I miss. Cause see, and I know these stories to be true. Because too many damn former players and Hall of Famers said it. Do you know Jerry Rice after winning that Super Bowl again at 94 in the 94-95 season? The very next day, what he was doing? He was at the goddamn stadium running routes.
Mm-hmm.
He wasn't trying to go out celebrate. Well, no, he at the stadium had one of the goddamn backup quarterbacks there at the damn facility with him. He running routes, catching passes. You don't see that from these guys.
No, on the podcast, they get in front of the mic like us.
Man, they going on vacation. What you talking about? They in Cabo already, man.
You don't see that. But that's what I'm saying. You don't see that kind of dedication no more.
Yeah. It's different. It's a different time, man. It really is. But
and the ones that you see it from, you can actually tell every season when they show up on the game.
Yeah.
But we're about to hit an hour and 20 right now, man. I appreciate everybody. We have 56 people in the chat right now. Make sure you like, make sure you subscribe to all the channels. The links on the description below, man. I appreciate all you guys. Before we go, you guys have any final thoughts before we get out of here, man?
Look. Tomorrow, make sure you wake up, you wash your face and you brush your teeth and get ready because it's draft day. You know what I mean? We're gonna be live.
Brush your teeth, brush your whole stinking ass.
Look, get ready. Because look, it's about to be a movie, man. It's about to be a movie.
Yeah, we're gonna see what y'all do, man. We're gonna see what y'all do. We better cook, man. We ain't got no choice.
You ain't got no choice. You ain't did nothing to phrase.
Man, y'all got 3 picks. How many picks y'all got? Y'all got 3 in the top 175, right?
Yeah.
So how much cooking y'all gonna do? Y'all ain't got no grease.
We gotta trade back, man. We gotta make the deal. We gotta trade back.
No, Jerry all in.
I believe he gonna. I believe they're gonna trade back. Though. I believe they're gonna trade
He
back.
got his Johnny Walker blue. You know what I'm saying? He gonna be ready.
Yeah. Now they can.
Yes,
They can
Jerry
draft.
all in now. Remember, he all in on these young guys coming on
Yep,
and in the
he is.
draft. That's
Will
what he
McClay.
just said.
Will
Even
McClay
though
gonna
he just
cook.
said earlier in that same
Oh,
interview,
really?
he said, I made the
Yeah.
first all-in statement, and I didn't know where we were as far as the cat.
But they just need to keep a mic away from Jerry. But Will McClay.
I'm like,
Will
hold on.
McClay gonna
You
cook,
didn't know
man.
what the cap looked like before you said you was all in? Wait, what?
Nah, he
Hold
changed up
on,
his
bro.
thought, man. He just tried to. He knew what most of the fan base was down, so he tried to pick us back up with that.
Look, when he said that, I watched one video after that. I watched the boy Mark Holmes do an absolute fucking meltdown.
Oh, that was crazy. That was crazy.
Mark Holmes was like,
Yeah, but
crazy.
Mark know what he doing.
He said, what the fuck are you talking
What he
about,
said?
Jerry?
That's why I told you he didn't know where he was at.
Yeah,
Jerry,
Mark.
he was like, what the
Mark
fuck
know what
are
he
you
doing.
talking about?
Mark trying to get them views up. He know y'all watching, man.
No, Mark.
That was dumb as hell, though.
Like,
I know he
Jerry,
was
what the
serious, but
fuck
he
are
know
you
what he was doing
talking
too,
about?
man.
That was
Like,
dumb as
bro,
hell.
no, literally. We like, I was sitting there, the same facial expressions Mark was making while Jerry was talking. I made them same exact fucking faces. Like,
Oh
the
yeah,
fuck is
trust me,
Jerry
I did
talking
too.
about?
I
Like,
did too.
I'm like, yo, this. I think how Stephen A. always say him, Steve, and Jerry, they're gonna have a couple drinks. I'm thinking to myself, did they have them drinks before this goddamn press conference?
They
Because Jerry
probably
sound like
did.
he's drunk right now.
He probably was.
Like Jerry was, I'm like, what the fuck is he talking about? He sound
Clown,
like
man.
me on a Friday night. Like
And he got
And
the
then
hen
check
dog
this out.
in him.
like
Right
on
after
a
that
Friday
press
night, like 20
conference.
years ago. Like,
Right,
damn, Jerry.
right after that press conference, Mike McCarthy got a new agent, bro.
Like, bro,
That is true.
Mike McCarthy said, look, let me give you somebody some representation. Because these dudes is crazy. I don't know what these dudes is gonna say no more.
Yeah, man, that just was funny.
Yeah,
but
I appreciate
easy,
you guys. I appreciate you guys coming through. I appreciate Coles. Appreciate Stu coming through as well, man. And we're gonna be live tomorrow for the draft, day 1 draft. We're gonna be live on day 2 as well. Make sure you guys tune in, turn on notification posts, and like I said, subscribe, man, and make sure you press the like button. It is, man. Peace out, guys. I got out.
Jerry with his microwave coming out.